disability may be at greater risk of the contracting COVID-19 because barriers to implementing basic hygiene measures such as hand washing, difficulty in enacting social distancing because of additional support they need, the need to touch things to obtain information from the environment or physical support, and barriers to accessing public health information and other rehabilitation information. Depending on underlying health conditions, people with disability may be at greater risk of developing severe case of COVID-19 if they become infected. This may be because of particularly those related to respiratory dysfunction, lower immune system, heart disease, and diabetes. So we need to take utmost care to these individuals with disabilities. People with disability may also be disproportionately impacted by the outbreak because of serious disruption of the service they rely on. These barriers experienced by the people with disabilities or the Benjamin can be reduced if key family members take appropriate action. It is a disease called coronavirus disease 2019, and it is caused by coronavirus named as SARS-CoV-2. As we know, symptoms are fever, cough, and difficulty in breathing. This safe practice to be promoted to avoid this contagious transmission. Safe practice first is frequent hand wash. Hand wash should be done with soap and water for 40 seconds or 70% alcohol based hand rubs. Sanitizers. Maintain social distancing at least 1 meter distance. Avoid touching eyes, nose, and mouth because contaminated hands can transfer the virus to your eyes, nose, and mouth. And this practice, these habits, this practice should be conditioned with the children with special needs. So, infection control, according to CDC 2007, it should be in two ways. One is barrier technique, and second is reduction or elimination of the infectious agents. Barrier technique means we need to cover up or we create a barrier between the virus and the individual. So, in barrier techniques, we need to create a barrier by using gloves and masks. Next, like barrier techniques, next is reduction and elimination of infectious agents. First is cleaning, okay, and next is disinfect, and third is sterilization. So these three processes will come under reduction or elimination of the infectious agents. Cleaning must be done with soap and water, and it should be frequently at high touch surfaces. Cleaning should be done multiple use items. Next is disinfect items used for multiple persons. Example, toys which we are using for the therapy, table tops, chairs, mobile phone, and other therapy materials. It should be disinfect. So how we will do disinfect? So first clean. Mix 4 teaspoons of bleaching powder per quarter of water, or use alcohol based wipes or sprays containing 70% alcohol. And third is sterilization. Items reused on clients which contain body fluid, so they need to be sterilized or sanitized. So how we will do sterilization? Containing body fluids means sweats. The focus must be there to sterilize these items reused on clients which are containing body fluids with sanitizers. Okay, so these are the precautionary measures the parents should take. First, they make awareness amongst the family members and strictly follow these infection measures, and they will implement these things to the Bangjan members or the children with special needs.